Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Today I am taking a test ride on a 2020 Honda NC750X. And if you're a regular to the channel, you'll know that I'm really considering the 2021 version of this model for my next bike. So wanted to take this for a test ride and see if it was a good fit. And if so, I may be putting a deposit down on a 2021. So let's take this thing for a test ride and see how it is. Yeah. Alright, so this is more of a first impressions video. I'm not going to really go through the specs, especially since this isn't really the model year that I'm interested in. So I'm just going to take this for a ride and kind of see if it's comfortable for me, if it's got enough power for what I'm looking for, you know, ride height, seat comfort, power, that kind of stuff. The suspension's really good on here, and you know, I haven't even done any kind of adjustment checks or anything on it, so I don't know if this has adjustable preload or anything like that, but whatever it's currently set at is pretty comfortable so far. It does feel like this would be pretty comfortable as a commuter bike. The bike has a little weight to it, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna tip over like when I get to a stop or anything like that. Brakes feel pretty good. I was trying to go into first and I got in neutral, so wonder how easy neutral is to find. That's not too bad. Okay, I'm trying to get into first right now. That's a little bit odd. So the shift between first and neutral seems like it's a little bit strange on here. Maybe I'm just not hitting that shifter enough. Yeah, it's definitely an issue. So one thing that I'm not really used to after coming off of 4 different Harley Davidsons is that the foot pegs and the controls, I'm not really used to a more aggressive riding style, like with my feet up and like the rear set controls. It's not a bad thing. It actually feels really comfortable. I've got some back issues, and that kind of takes a little bit of pressure off my lower back. So I'm 6 feet tall and I can flat foot this thing, so it's not really bad. I've got the foot peg is kind of hitting the back of my leg a little bit, but I mean it's rubber, so it's not gonna hurt or anything like that. Now, just sitting here at the light right now, I am feeling just a little bit of heat coming off of the engine, and that's one thing that I was looking for, was something that was water cooled and would run a little bit cooler, well, a lot cooler. Trying to ride Harley Davidson Street Bob, which was my last bike, out here in Arizona in the summertime. It was really uncomfortable. I'd like to take advantage of being able to ride in the summertime without just having a bike that's excessively hot. You know, these air-cooled bikes don't do well from my experience out here in this heat. First impressions on the NC750X. This thing's pretty awesome. When I first saw this Honda model, you know, I didn't really think too much about the looks. It's kind of growing on me. I think I could get away with it and just get used to it. The newer models look a little bit nicer. It's got other features like you know, LED turn signals and stuff, so you don't have these big things hanging off of the front here. Even doing 50 miles an hour, you know, pulling some more throttle, it does have some power in reserve, so it's nice to know, you know, if I need that extra power for getting around an obstacle or, you know, passing somebody or something like that, that I'm not going to be having any problems. Engine braking is okay. Yeah, this bike definitely has something wrong with transition from neutral to first gear. One thing that's really nice is it's got this gear indicator here that it registers before you even engage the clutch lever here. So I have the clutch pulled in and it's showing the proper gear in here before I even let go of the clutch lever, so that's really nice. I'm really liking this bike so far. I think I might be putting a deposit down on the 2021 version. You know, there's a couple things about this particular model that I'm not crazy about. Now, I've only been riding for about 15 minutes on this thing right now, and I'm already noticing this seat is pretty uncomfortable. But that doesn't mean that the 2021 version is gonna have the same seat. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. So I would definitely have to take that thing for a ride, you know, before making that final purchase. But then again, you know, I've done some research on this particular model, and I know that a lot of people put aftermarket seats on this one. I mean, that goes with a lot of bikes too. You know, the seat and the exhaust are, you know, a couple of the things that people immediately upgrade on these bikes. Another benefit that I immediately noticed on this bike compared to the Harley Davidson Street Bob that I just traded in recently is that this bike is so tall you can actually see really good over traffic. I kind of wish that they had the DCT version of this, so I could have checked it out to see you know, how the 2020 model DCT works. That would have avoided all that shifting issues I had on this bike. But I'm just trying to decide if you know, getting the DCT, which is an automatic model basically. You know, you can do manual shifting, but it does the shifting for you, so you don't have problems like this where you can't get it out of neutral in the first gear. So I don't know, I think it would be fun. It would probably be a novelty and a nice to have, but you know, only having one bike, I'm not sure if I could do the DCT just having the one. I do like the interaction with the clutch. You know, I feel more in control of the bike, but I'll just have to make up my mind before I put a deposit down. So I was actually supposed to take two bikes for a test ride today. The other bike that I was going to try out was the KTM 390 Adventure. And, you know, again, I live in Arizona, and there's a ton of dirt trails out here and places that you can't get with a street bike. And it would have been so nice to be able to get something like that. And, you know, the price is a lot cheaper too. Those things are around $6,000, and something like this is about $8,000. So, I mean, it's not too big of a difference in the grand scheme of things. They sold the bike this morning, so I wasn't able to take that one out. So it's a shame. I really don't think I would have liked it too much. It would have been too many compromises. I do want to take a look at something like that in the future, as maybe a second bike. I do want to get something that can go, you know, a little bit off-road, because I do want to check out some of these dirt trails around here. I think that would be a lot of fun. Right now, my main concern is to you know, replace my street bike. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on my test ride today. I am definitely going to be putting a deposit down. They said it could be 2-3 months before these bikes come in. Honda's back ordered across the board right now, so it's really hard for them to get these bike orders in right now. As soon as that bike comes in, I will be doing another test ride. You guys will find out at that time if I'm actually going to pull the trigger and buy it. You know, putting a down payment on it or a deposit down on it is one thing, but actually buying it is another. And I will cover more specs on that one, since, you know, that's the model year that I'm potentially purchasing. I will have all the specs and everything. But I'd like to thank Go AZ Motorcycles in Scottsdale. You know, not a lot of dealers let you test ride bikes nowadays. It's really hard to purchase. You know, actually the first bike I ever bought was a Honda Rebel 300 and a 2019 model, and I had to buy it, you know, without ever test riding the thing. You know, I sat on it in the showroom, but never actually got to ride it until I got it home, and then it was too late. I really didn't like it. So alright guys, my test ride has concluded. So if you like this video, click that like button, and I will see you guys on the next one.